Welcome to the newest episode of Beatin' and Bangin'. I'm your host, Kyle Dalton. I'm really excited about today's video because, as promised, I'll be sharing my 2025 Christmas gift guide with you that includes 10 items I believe any NASCAR fan would want to receive for Christmas. And more importantly, I'll be giving away more than half of the items. Most are NASCAR related, and we do have a couple of items making a second appearance from our Father's Day gift guide back in June. However, before I put on my Santa hat and reveal those gift ideas, we have multiple news items to talk about. The first one happened on Friday morning when I was listening to SiriusXM NASCAR Radio in the morning drive, when show co-host Pete Pistone had this to say.
All right, Don, thanks. Real quick, because you only have a couple minutes left. I'd be the opposite. Get rid of practice and just qualify. Because I think there's too much practice. I know fans don't like that, Brad, but when we were not practicing and just lining the race cars up and racing during the COVID years, I thought that was some of the best racing we have. I'm more anti-practice than I am more practice.
It's not just the fans that don't like the idea. Here's what Brad Keselowski had to say about it almost a year ago to the day.
Yeah, I do. I think there is a value to having some practice.
Even as a team owner?
Yeah, I do. I don't think that the cost savings are that significant. I think initially there were some thoughts that we could save a little money and maybe increase the competitiveness of the field. I think yes and no. Some of that's happened, some of it hasn't. But I think having a little bit of practice is a good thing. I still hold firm that position.
I have to say, I agree with Brad on this one. Moving on to our next item, and it's a follow-up of sorts to something I covered in my last video on Thursday. In case you missed it, I talked about the remarks of Larry McReynolds on SiriusXM NASCAR Radio last week when he discussed the latest developments in the 2311 Racing Front Row Motorsports antitrust lawsuit against NASCAR, and said he believed the teams were going to regret the day they ever did it. I pointed out in the video how Hamlin would not like what America's crew chief had to say based on his previous remarks on X, where he told Larry Mack to stop spreading disinformation on the lawsuit. I also shared McReynolds' remarks on X on Thursday, and it only received 2 replies. Interestingly, one of them was from the Fox announcer. However, he wasn't replying to my post, but to a fan's reply on the post that offered stinging criticism of the broadcaster. No one cares what McReynolds says. He never shuts up but says nothing, the person wrote. To which McReynolds replied, "Thank you for listening and being a fan. Merry Christmas." Clearly, Larry Mack understands some fans won't agree with him. That's the nature of the business. Interestingly, during Friday's show, he unexpectedly brought up his disagreement with Hamlin.
I know. I am not Denny Hamlin's favorite person right now, and I'm okay with that. But I got a lot of respect for Denny Hamlin as a race car driver.
As you could tell by the headline of the SiriusXM show, they were talking about JGR expectations in 2025, which are especially interesting to consider with the promotion of Chris Gabehart to competition director at Joe Gibbs Racing in 2025. Gabehart also appeared as a guest on the channel on Friday, and I have to give props to Alan Cavanna because he asked the question I wanted to know the answer to. Take a listen.
One thing we always saw and could hear on the radio, can see the interaction, what was the relationship between you and Denny and the success that came out of it. Has that relationship been hurt at all?
I mean, that's an interesting question. Is he disappointed? Sure. Am I disappointed? Sure. We don't live in a vacuum where every decision's 100% good and or 0%, not. This is hard stuff. Nothing about it's easy. But the reality is, as professionals, we know that what we're trying to do is make Joe Gibbs Racing better. And it's these types of decisions that have given Denny a 20-year successful career at this company. These things aren't easy. There's never an absolute. This one's no different. So I think he understands that, and certainly I understand that. And, it's a decision that we chose to make for the betterment of the company. And like I said, I'm confident he's going to have everything he needs to succeed next year, and then some is the goal.
It does make sense. It was a simple business decision to help improve the overall organization. I think it will be really interesting to see how it translates into on-track performance for the number 11 and the rest of the JGR cars in 2025. Speaking of 2025, We had another silly season confirmation on Friday that Jeb Burton will be returning to Jordan Anderson Racing, and he will be welcoming a new teammate in Blaine Perkins. Burton appeared as a guest on SiriusXM to talk about the breaking news, and then unexpectedly went into the details of why his former teammate Parker Retzlaff won't be returning to the organization next year.
You know, Parker Retzlaff was a great teammate. Me and him got along. Wish him the best in his future. And this, you know, the reason, you know, Parker's not coming back is it has nothing to do with Blaine. It has nothing to do with him. Our sport takes funding, and you know we've all been there. And you know, I told Parker a couple weeks ago that keep his head held high, and he'll find something. He's only 21 years old, right? So I've been in the same spot that Parker's in right now, and it can be a dark place, but he's 21 years old, and he's gonna have a good future. So he's a good little race car driver as well.
Burton's remarks made me think of two things. First, NASCAR's broken business model, which I have talked about ad nauseum on this channel. But you can clearly see it's not a meritocracy just based on the 2024 numbers of Retzlaff and Burton. Retzlaff actually had a better season than Burton. The number 31 pilot scored 4 top 10s with a pair of top 5s, which came at the first 2 races of the year at Daytona and Atlanta. He also earned a pair of poles. Burton, on the other hand, only recorded 3 top 10s. And second, and I think more importantly, we sometimes forget that besides race car drivers, these guys are humans. They have emotions, which can ultimately lead to going to these dark places, as Burton mentioned. Kudos to him for being so honest and giving some insight into how hard the business side of it can be for the drivers when they lose a ride or are uncertain about their future. And our last item of the day is something fun that I saw yesterday on X with Trackhouse driver Daniel Suarez. He's been keeping fans of the number 99 up to date on his trip around Japan, and yesterday he took in the longtime tradition of sumo wrestling. Those right there are some big boys and look like they're ready to suit up for the NFL. And finally, it's now time for the first annual Beatin' and Bangin' Christmas gift guide. For those of you who didn't see the Father's Day gift guide back in June, let me just give you a quick rundown of how it's all going to work. First off, there are 10 gift ideas. I'll go through the list and provide a description of each item. Also, there will be a link to each item in the description. But the best part of this guide is I'll be giving away many of the items. All you have to do is comment on this video with the specific items you are interested in, and you are eligible to win. I'll use a random number generator to identify our winners. But here's something that is absolutely critical for all you guys who want to win a prize. You have to come back and check out next Monday's video when I reveal the winners. I have to be completely honest and admit this has been an issue in the past. I've announced multiple winners of prizes from the Father's Day gift guide and other giveaways like helmets, and the winner never receives their prize because they didn't come back and comment on the video. So I can't emphasize this enough. If you want to win one of these great prizes, first comment and specify what you're interested in, and make sure you come back and check out my video on Monday, December the 16th to find out if you are one of the lucky winners. All right, now that we know how it all works, let's get started. The first item we're going to start with is one of 2 items that are carryovers from our Father's Day gift guide, and that's just because they were so popular. That first gift idea are these great racetracks by King's Prince US on Etsy. If you were paying attention during the last few races of the season, I was using each track in the background that matched the corresponding race I was talking about. But that's how I use the tracks. I know these would make the perfect addition to any NASCAR fan's game room or man cave. Item number 2 on our list is the second item that you might recognize from our Father's Day gift guide, and that's this remote control car from Losi. Oh yeah, this is also our first giveaway item, and the video you are watching right now is of the actual car I'm giving away. I bought this Michael McDowell car at my local hobby shop, tried it out this one time to film this footage, and I'm going to give it away to one lucky fan. Just comment RC car if you're interested in having this under your Christmas tree in a few weeks. Third on our list is another familiar name you've seen this past year on the channel, and that's my friends over at Pristine Marketplace. They were big supporters of the channel in 2024, and I'm so grateful for that support. As part of that partnership, I was able to buy some cool items, And here's one that I'm giving away. This Martin Truex Jr. diecast would make a great Christmas gift for any fan of the now retired Joe Gibbs racing driver. Comment MTJ car. Item number 4 in our Christmas gift guide is a perfect gift for a NASCAR fan and his or her family, and that's this NASCAR Farkle game. This Farkle comes with this special NASCAR branded rolling track plus a NASCAR scoreboard. And yes, this is an item we're giving away. Just comment Farkle if you want to be eligible to receive this gift. Number 5 in our Christmas gift guide is something that you guys have commented about in my videos the last half of the season, and that's this Glance LED. As you can see by mine, you can set it up to display a variety of things, including stocks or your YouTube channel and its numbers in my case. But the coolest part of the Glance LED is its ability to track a variety of sports, including NASCAR. This isn't a giveaway item, but I know based on the interest of some of you, you'd welcome this as a gift for the holiday. Next up is another giveaway item, and that's these cool sunglasses from Frontline Optics. Frontline sunglasses are built to withstand the extreme conditions faced by first responders, which make them perfect for fans who love the thrill of racing and the outdoors. Another great thing about Frontline is their replacement program. If your sunglasses are lost or destroyed in the line of duty, simply reach out to them and they'll provide a replacement of the same style, no questions asked. They are also the sponsor of Xfinity Series driver Patrick Emmerling. If you are interested in this gift, comment sunglasses. Number 7 on our list is another giveaway item, and that's this awesome 2025 NASCAR desk calendar from Design District Duo on Etsy. This calendar is perfect for the NASCAR fan because it breaks down by month what races are upcoming and includes details of each race, including miles, track layout, and race type, regular season, or playoffs. If you're interested in winning this calendar, comment calendar. Coming down to our final 3 items on our list, and the number 8 item is another Etsy product. Not a giveaway item, but a cool item nonetheless. And it's these customizable NASCAR racing lights that would be perfect for your young NASCAR fan, or maybe as a setup in the game room. As I mentioned, they are customizable, and you can include your name or the name of your favorite driver and the number on the car. Number 9 on our list is a great gift for any NASCAR fan who plans on attending races in 2025. And it's an RE3000 scanner with RE58 headphones from Racing Electronics. I know when I attend races, I see lots of fans with their setups, so I would encourage anyone who plans on attending a race this coming season and is looking into radio scanners to consider looking into the great selection over at Racing Electronics. And finally, our last item is a package deal. It's a beaten and banging 10K hat and shirt celebrating the channel's 10,000 subscribers. This is obviously a giveaway item, so if you're interested in receiving it, just comment BB hat. All right, guys, that's a wrap on our gift guide and today's episode. I want to get your thoughts. First, let's go back to Friday's remarks of Pete Pistone on practice. Do you like practice or do you think it should go away? We heard Larry McReynolds' latest remarks on his ongoing feud with Denny Hamlin while talking about JGR expectations. For you JGR fans, what are your expectations in 2025? Who is your top driver from the team? Is it Bell or Hamlin? And lastly, what did you think of the candid remarks of Jeb Burton about going to a dark place when his racing future was up in the air? I really appreciate his honesty, and I know Parker Retzlaff had to appreciate Burton giving him the encouragement. And one last reminder, if you're interested in winning one of the gifts from the gift guide, remember to comment which item or items you would like to win and make sure and come back next Monday to see if you are the winner. That's the only way you'll receive your prize. And lastly, I want to thank all of the businesses who participated in this gift guide, including Frontline Optics, Pristine Marketplace, and Design District Duo with their awesome NASCAR calendar. And thanks to you for checking out the latest video and supporting the channel. I really and truly appreciate it, and hope you have a great rest of your day.